Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It means so much. This year, my husband got a mini Netherland Dwarf Rex bunny rabbit for me. She's only supposed to get to be 12 pounds, and when we first got her from my friend, she was in a cage, which was fine initially because she was so small, but since she is going to get bigger, and since house bunnies shouldn't be in enclosed cages like this, I did some research for several days. I learned a lot about how to take care of indoor rabbits, and what we're going to do is we're going to move her into another room, into a bigger, what I like to call playpen. They say not to call them cages, so I'm going to call it a playpen. So if you have a bunny and you're wanting to know the basics of how to set up a playpen for them, what kind of food they need, what kind of things to purchase to start off with, then hopefully this video will be of help to you, and I will also link as many products as I can down below for you as well. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Now on my channel, we do all things home, so cooking, cleaning, DIY projects, home decor, we even do makeovers. But since this bunny is going to be a part of my life, I thought this would be a great video to do, but also in case anybody out there does have a house bunny and they just don't know where to begin, I just knew this video would be helpful, so I'm really excited to show you this. The room that we're going to put the bunny in is our baby room. We do not have a baby yet. We are currently in the adoption process. We've been on the waiting list for a couple of years now, but we're also open to biological children as well, and we did have a few babies that we thought we were going to be able to adopt, and so I did have a big baby shower, and that's why I have all this baby stuff. Those adoptions didn't fall, they fell through, so we didn't get to adopt either of those babies, but we're still waiting. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just prep the room for the bunny now, and I have a ton of clothes hung up in this closet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through all of these clothes, and I'm going to get rid of some of them. I have a friend who's going to have a little boy, so I'm going to bring some of these clothes to her, but then I'm also going to fold the rest of them. This dresser that's in the closet is completely empty. We just bought it for extra storage. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold all of these clothes that I don't want hung up, and I'm going to put them in the dresser. I'm going to put these white hangers in a separate closet in our house, and I purchased some really pretty wooden hangers, and I'm going to just hang up the newborn outfits that I really love that I want to put on display, just because this bedroom doesn't have any closet doors, and so I just want it to look a bit more minimal and simple since we are going to be putting all of the bunny stuff in here. Now I do have these white storage bins at the top of the closet that I have some clothes in. I've got some white bins that we got from IKEA that I house on the shelves in the baby closet, and in the new year I am planning on going through each room of the house and really organizing and getting everything to where it really functions the best for me. So stay tuned for those videos. Those are going to be fun. And now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that everything is off the floor just to make sure that the bunny doesn't get into things that she shouldn't. And one thing that I would recommend for you is to get a glass spray bottle and fill it up with equal parts of vinegar and water. And one thing I've been doing with my bunny, it has been working. I'm not sure if this is the correct thing to do or not, so just do a little bit more research on this, but whenever she's tried to chew the baseboards or the carpet in this bedroom, I just go right behind her and I spray vinegar in that spot and she doesn't go back to it. So that's just a good way to train your bunny not to chew on things you don't want them to chew on, or at least that's what's been working with my bunny. And now what I'm doing is I'm just taking everything out of the room, like I said, that I don't want to get ruined or the bunny to eat. And a lot of things we're going to store in our closet underneath the stairs in our house. We have a lot of extra storage space there. And I'm also going to just bring the curtains up off the floor here because I don't want the bunny to be chewing these. So that's just a tip. If you're putting a bunny in a room, whatever you don't want to be ruined, I would say to move out from where the bunny can get at it, because as wonderful as it is to have a bunny or an indoor dog or any animal, you don't want them to think it's okay to just destroy your things. It's good to really take care of the things that you and your husband worked really hard for. So that's just a little tip. Or if you're a young adult or a child and you have a bunny, you know, your mom and dad work really hard to provide the things for you that you need. And so this is just a way of showing them that you're thankful and you're grateful for buying you a bunny or an indoor pet by, really taking the extra effort to protect your room from bunny ruining everything. Now, as I'm doing this, I do want to just give you a little tip. For bunnies, even though I am going to be putting a big playpen in here for her, she needs to be able to get exercise every day. About 4 hours a day is what they say. So for me, I am a Christian, and one of the things that I'm called to as a Christian, which is unique to me, every person is called to different things. But for me, one thing that I have a heart for and a calling on my life is for intercession, which is just prayer. And I will link some great books on prayer down below for you if you're wanting to increase your prayer life. But for me, basically what I'm going to do is from the hours of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm going to come in this room and I'm going to spend time with the Lord, spend time in the place of prayer. I'm going to let the bunny out during this time, so I'll be in the room with her. She'll get some, one-on-one interaction with me while I'm praying, but she'll also have that time to exercise. So if you're able to split that up, that's great too, like 2 hours in the morning or 2 in the evening. If you don't feel like you're necessarily called to a prayer life, that's totally fine. Grab a book, grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. You can journal during that time, but just make sure your bunny's getting some good exercise every day. Since this is going to be my prayer room as well as the bunny room, I am going to put some of my favorite books on prayer in this room. I'm going to put some journals in here just so I can journal things. And one thing that I would recommend to you if you want to increase your prayer life in the new year is, even though I do have these books in here, don't order a bunch of books. What I would encourage you to do is just posture your heart before the Lord. And Jesus is a real man, and he wants to have a real relationship with you. It's like having a relationship with any other person that you love or care for, but he's the best person you're ever going to have a relationship with. But basically, just posture your heart before him, share your struggles with him, open up to him about any areas of sin in your life or weaknesses, or whether it's anxiety or depression, or you struggle with being lazy, whatever these things are, just be open with him. Allow him to come in and minister to those places in your heart. And then once your vessel, which is our body, that's just another term that Christians use for their body, your vessel is clean before the Lord, you've confessed everything, you've allowed him to come in and minister to you in those places, then you're in a place where you can pray for other people. So just ask the Lord to burden your heart for the things that burden his. And that's just a really simple, basic place to start at in the place of prayer. And you can read books later on it, but don't put too much pressure on yourself to be this incredible, intense prayer warrior. Just come before the Lord with a simple heart, if that makes sense. And allow your prayer time to be fun. Allow yourself to read books on prayer. Allow yourself to read the word and to journal about it, and then incorporate prayers in that time. And as you're spending time with the Lord, prayer is so fun and it really is so powerful. I think sometimes we feel like our actions and the things we do, that's what makes the difference. But if it's apart from a life of intimacy and prayer with the Lord, really our actions are just powerless and we're not really anointed when we do things. So you always need to start from the place of prayer, and God will honor that and bless that all day long. So I'm just setting up my little prayer stuff. And I'm also going to take these diaper bags down. Yes, I know I have a diaper bag for my stroller. I have a backpack just to make it easily accessible. And then I just have a traditional diaper bag. I thought this was pretty and cute and great if we do little weekend trips with the baby. But I am going to just house those in the shelves in the closet for now. And I am going to be putting a little basket on this hanger system here that my husband made me. And I'm going to house some of the bunny's toys in that. And now that the room is all cleared and bunny proofed, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum. And another thing you can do to bunny proof a space is, if you have any cords hanging around anywhere, put cord covers over those, because the bunny will try to eat your cords. This room really doesn't have any cords, so I didn't have to worry about that, but that is something I would recommend for you to do. After I was done prepping the room, I went ahead and I ordered everything that I needed for the bunny, so I will see you guys once all the stuff is ordered. Alright, you guys, so it's several days later and all of my stuff has arrived. I'm so excited to set it all up. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is get a playpen for your bunny. I will link the one in this video that I purchased for my bunny in the description box below for you. They make different heights and different sizes. This one is 2 feet tall, which I knew would be fine for my bunny because I am going to let my bunny free roam in this bedroom, so it's okay if she hops over the fence. If you want your bunny to kind of be a little bit more permanent in her fence, I would recommend a fence that's 3 feet high just so your bunny doesn't hop over it. And the great thing about these fences is you can do several different designs, but I decided to just go with the square design. And then I purchased these workout mats. They were $3 a piece, and I only needed 4 for the size playpen that I'm going to link down below for you. And I purchased these at 5 and below. That was the cheapest I was able to find workout mats for, so I will try to find those and link them down below for you as well. And I'm going to just set this for the floor of the playpen. That way, in case the bunny has any accidents, it doesn't spill onto the carpet. But because bunnies like really soft surfaces because their feet are kind of delicate, I went ahead and I purchased this large fleece blanket for the bunny, and I'm going to just set this on the bottom of her playpen. And the next thing you're going to want for your playpen is a hidey house. My husband and I are going to build a hidey house. We're going to build it the height of the gate. That way the bunny can't jump on top of it. But if you want to do something for free in the meantime, like I did, you could just get a cardboard box. You want to cut out 2 holes in either end of the box for the bunny, and then you can just put shredded paper in there. And that's what I did. And my bunny loves this hidey house. And they also sell hidey houses online as well. I'll try to find one and link it down below for you. And the next thing you want to put in your playpen are litter boxes. Now, you'll only need 1 litter box for the 1 playpen, but I purchased 2. That way I can have 1 inside the playpen and 1 in the room. That way she has them easily accessible to her, because I did potty train my rabbit to pee and poo only in her litter box, which you can potty train your rabbit how to do that. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. And basically, instead of buying an enclosed litter box, because those are a bit more pricey for the time being, I just purchased these wash tubs from Walmart. They were like $2 a piece. How you want to set your litter box up is you want to put pelletized bedding on the bottom, and that will soak up all of the pee. And then on top of the pelletized bedding, just to make it nice and soft, you want to put pine shavings. And then on one end of your litter box, you want to put Timothy hay. And then I just put that in the corner of the playpen. And then we purchased this pellet food hanger for the bunny, and that's what I'm going to put her pelletized food in. So the bunny's diet is 80% of Timothy hay, and then the other 20% is going to be the rabbit pellet food. And then I also give her, because she is still just a baby, I only give her a small amount, but I do give her greens every day. So I just give her a little bit of parsley, a little bit of cilantro, and a little bit of romaine. I give her about a 1/4 cup of that every day, and I'll do that until she's full grown, and then I'll give her more. But if you go check out my Instagram, I have a story saved entitled Snuggles, and under that I've been putting lots of bunny information, like things they can eat and stuff. So I will link my Instagram down below for you. Go check that out after this video. And then once you got your food set up, the next thing you want to do is set up the bunny's water. Now I got two tray water tray, 1 for the bunny's water and then 1 for her greens that I'm going to give her every day. Do not use a water bottle with a nozzle that they recommend. Bunnies on bottles are always at risk of being somewhat dehydrated, and bottles also tend to build up bacteria inside the walls and in the nozzle. It's just easier for bunnies to drink out of a bowl. And my bunny loves this water bowl. She drinks tons of water every day, so I'm going to just set that right next to the food for her. My friend that we got this bunny from, her husband was so sweet. He made our bunny this little bed. She is actually growing out of it, so my husband and I are going to make a bigger one for her, but she loves this bed. and I'm going to just add some padding to it with some hand towels that I had on hand that I just don't really ever use. So I just made her a nice little bed. And if your bunny is going to be not free roaming and in the cage most of the day, you're going to want to set up a nice comfortable little bed area for your bunny. Not all bunnies like this, but my bunny, she loves her little bed. And if you're able to put a fleece blanket on top and just clip it to the sides of the cage where her bed is, it's nice because bunnies are prey animals, so they do like to be covered. Now, your bunny needs a minimum of 3 toys total, and they should be switched out every couple of days because bunnies can tend to get bored. Bunnies need to remain stimulated, so I got this cat scratcher for my bunny at TJ Maxx, and I just like to sprinkle some parsley on top of it for her. She loves this. It's just such a treat for her. And I'll show you in a minute how you can make your own bunny toys. The bunny toy that my bunny loves the most was something that I made for her, so don't feel like you have to go buy a bunch of bunny toys. Bunnies are a lot more simple than we think. And that is everything I'm going to put in her playpen. And just remember, if you are going to keep your bunny in a playpen most of the time, you don't want to fill it with too much stuff. You want to give your bunny room to hop around and to stretch out. So just keep that in mind. And then another tip that I'm going to give you is to house all of your food and your bedding in these are 5-gallon buckets with lids that I purchased from Home Depot. The lids, I actually ordered a new set of lids that I will link down below for you. They just pop off a lot easier. And then I purchased these beautiful, beautiful labels off of Etsy. I will link this lady's account down below for you. She is so professional, so awesome. She actually made me an extra sheet of labels, and I was able to customize these labels for really inexpensive, and she was just such a pleasure to work with. So if you're wanting some beautiful labels for your bunny items, then I would highly recommend her. I'm going to link her down below. Please go check her out. And if you have children that are taking care of the bunny, that's another thing. If everything is easily accessible to your children, like right next to the bunny pen, then they're going to be more prone to taking care of the bunny, making sure the bunny is fed. So that's just another little tip, something I would highly recommend. And basically, all you're going to need are 4 5-gallon buckets, one for your pelletized bedding, one for your pine shavings, one for your Timothy hay, and one for your rabbit pellet food. And I just set that in the corner right by the playpen, so it's going to be so easy to replenish all of my bunny stuff. And another thing I would highly recommend is to go to a store where they sell to farmers, where you can buy these things in bulk. It's going to be so much more inexpensive to buy these items in bulk than buying them in like a pet store or a local grocery store or something like that. And then I just purchased 2 fleece blankets. They were only $5 each at that same store I got the mats at. And that way I have one to cover my bunny with using clips, like I said before, over her bed when she sleeps. And then I can use the other one when I go. I'm going to actually clean out her playpen once a week. And so I'm going to take that cream fleece blanket up and I'll replace it with a green one. That way I can wash them and I can always have a blanket in there in between washes. And I'm going to keep all of the bunny toys in this basket I showed you from earlier. And this is my favorite, my bunny's favorite. I mean, you just gather a bunch of sticks from your yard, make sure they're fully dry, and then you wrap them really tightly with twine. And my bunny loves this. And it's okay for bunnies to ingest twine, just in case you're wondering. And then I've got this other little basket with cloths in case while the bunny is getting new to her new environment, she does have any accidents on the carpet, I can just spray it really quickly and I have a cleaning rag right there. And that leads me to how I potty trained my bunny. Basically, all you want to do is when she pees or poops anywhere, you want to spray that area immediately with vinegar, pick up the poo, pick up the pee, pick up your bunny, and put your bunny with the paper towel directly in her litter box. And eventually, your bunny will learn. My bunny learned how to potty train, I think, in like 3 days. They're very smart. You just have to be consistent. If you have to take a week to really train your bunny and not make any plans, I'm going to tell you right now, I highly recommend that because I don't have any problems with my bunny. She's been free roaming for several days now, and she has only had, a couple little poop droplets outside of her litter box. So it's definitely worth the effort. And I found this wicker basket. It's all natural at a thrift store several years ago, and I just haven't had a use for it. But I am going to leave this out here for my bunny so she has something to chew on. Bunnies' teeth are constantly growing, and so you have to make sure that you have plenty of chew toys for them and things that they can chew on. That way, they're not tearing up your baseboards or your carpet or other things. This will help, and something of this size is great. She's actually chewing on it right now as I'm filming this. And then you also want to get a brush for your bunny. You can brush your bunny for 45 minutes, like every month, or 15 minutes every other day. You want to make sure that you keep your bunny groomed really well because they groom themselves a lot. They're constantly licking themselves and cleaning themselves, and you don't want any of that hair to get down their throat into their tummies because they're really sensitive. So just make sure that you're brushing your bunny a lot. They will love it, trust me. Now that the room is all set up, I'm ready to introduce my bunny to her new room. Now, I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. If I missed anything or you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And don't forget to subscribe. I won't be doing tons of bunny videos, but if there is a specific bunny video you would like me to make, please let me know. I want to make content that you guys enjoy and that will benefit you. But yes, I love you guys so much. And until next time, bye.